On everybody, welcome to our first episode ever, man. This is Underground Hours. I'm your host, Scotty 4L, and we have a special guest, our first guest ever, Mari Mix. Let's give it up to everybody, man.
Yo.
Just tell us, man, where you from, what's going on?
South Side, born and raised, Chicago. Took a little stunt and I lived in New Jersey and New York for a little bit, but like 2nd grade to 6th grade. Came back to Chicago, been here ever since.
Okay.
Arbor Gresham / Inglewood areas.
Okay.
79th King Drive, 82nd and Ashland. So
over east. Yeah,
yes,
I'm over east too. Yeah, so just tell us how you get started with this music.
Music always been a part of life in large capacities for me, and it all really started for me when it was like Lil Wayne and Millie. Lil Wayne and Millie started it all for me in regards to like loving hip hop. I remember when a Millie came on in the car, it was me and my mom. My dad had a Ford Focus. It was green, like olive green. It was ugly as shit, I can't lie to you. But we in the car, we going to IKEA. We had just moved out to New Jersey. We just got an apartment and all of that. We finna go buy furniture. I'm young. I'm probably like 6, 7. A Millie come on. I start rapping that song word for word, curse words and all. Tell OG look in the back seat. She like, say another curse word again. But then we all started rapping, and I was like, that's like a core moment for me and some like black family moment. Maybe 2 years fast forward, I'm going to like camp or some shit. And we on a school bus. Like I went to one of them camps where you got to travel to and shit like that. Like life was cool as a kid. I can't complain. A Millie came on the radio.
Ooh.
Of course, I'm on the seat, standing up, rapping it word for word, and we ain't got nothing but like what you calling people like supervisors, like, and they like teenagers and shit.
Yeah, the camp count.
So they cheer me on and shit, and that's another core memory.
They geek you up.
So you fast forward, like obviously, it's like I'm like 18. And I mean my homie Ray, Fiction Ray, shout out Fiction Ray. Shout out 808 Labs. That's where I've been recording a large amount of the music that I've ever dropped ever. And he's a producer, and we in college at this point, but he really was like a homie, turned into a brother. But he was producing and wound up getting a lot of like recording equipment. One day he was just like, hop in the booth, record something real quick so I could just figure out how to use the stuff. And that sparked it all right there. And it's so funny thinking back on it, because it's like you don't think in the moment like, oh, this is finna start 6, 7, 8 years worth of craftsmanship, working on your craft, 10,000 hours, like. But it all started at one moment. That's
you found what you love, and that's what I like to hear. Yeah. So how do you prepare for like a song or EP or just an album theory?
Do you mean recording process, or do you mean like rollout process?
Recording.
It's weird for me because I kind of just get a mood. It's hard to explain. It's really just a feeling. I kind of try to let myself touch grass as much as I can, because I know how important it is to live experience life. Because if you try to just keep cooking and cooking and cooking and cooking, you're gonna run out of stuff to talk about for real. So I spend time in spaces where I take a break from music. Like I just went on a 3-song run last week. I probably don't make another song for another 2-3 weeks, or until those songs get finished, mixed and mastered. I listen to them and enjoy them. But it's really just about time and where I'm at. Like I have a moment where I'm smoking a J in a basement, and I'll be like, I want to hear a beat, find a right beat, and next thing you know, I'm writing. I'm just writing, and I'm writing, and I'm writing, and I'm writing, and then I go upstairs and it's time to record. Because if I start writing, and I don't go right to opening the laptop, get the beat, recording, it won't really, the moment will fade.
Okay.
I try not to let a moment fade for me. Like a moment of inspiration is always documented, rather it be I'm walking at work and I think of a bar in my head, I always write it down, even if it don't get used. Because that's a part of the 10,000 hours process. Oh, yeah. So for making songs, it's really just a feeling, like a genuine just feeling that I get in the randomest times. That's all it'd be. But rollout, do you want me to answer the rollout too?
Yeah, go ahead.
Rollout is scary for me, man. I never know. I don't know if anybody know, but I never know like the process of a rollout. I always feel like it's everything for me just be a feeling based. I feel like music is one of those things where you just gotta feel it, and if it feel right, then that's what you do. But I don't like the idea of like letting it be controlled by, oh, it's been 6 months and you reached this goal cap, so now it's time to roll out a single and stuff like that. If I don't feel it, it's not going. I'm not gonna promote it with love. I'm not gonna give it care. It's like when you have a kid, that feeling of care and love shows up. Same way with music, it shows up. And it never fails. Like I've had moments where it's been like 3 months I ain't touched a song. Before I got my equipment, I would only be going to the studio, but I'm balancing life, studio, and job. So it's like you can't really have too much time to creativity fade.
It's all about feeling, for real. Yeah. And you just don't want to go in there half-assing and everything. And you like, nah, I'm not really feeling that.
Exactly.
Yeah, I get you, bro. I definitely get you. Well, I've been listening to your stuff, man. No cap. I got a couple I fuck with. Hey, Currency Exchange, man. I love it sound like that old bopping music, man.
Shout out my boy Owed.
For real,
that's
man.
My boy Owed. That man from out west. When me and him come together, it's like a fusion off Dragon Ball Z. Like that's the yin and the yang. Yeah. For real. Everything he is on that.
Who Goku?
I plead the fifth. But it's definitely a trade-off. It's a trade-off. I feel like there's no Vegeta Goku with us. It's like we both know our strengths and we play to them. He pushes me in spaces to lean. Like if we want to make a song where it's super conscious, because that's the space I lean to more, I push him. And if we make it something fun, he push me. So it's never really one's better than the other. It's what we bring it to the table for each other. That's always what it is with me. It's like, what can I bring to the table for the people that surround me, and what can they bring to me? Like it's a equivalent exchange. That's all I live in is alchemy and equivalent exchange. Is what you speak is what you sow, and what you give is what you reap. Like at the end of the day, it's all about exchange, currency exchange.
Okay,
that's why we exchange.
I feel you on that for real. Like whatever you put out, good energy or bad energy, it's gonna come back to you.
And it don't always gotta come back to you. Like if I say something mean right now, that don't mean that it's gonna come back to me mean around the way the next time something come back around. It'll come back later on in life, and you'll never even be able to remember that it correlated from that.
Like, huh? Yeah, random. And it happened. It's that random. Yeah. So, you kind of answered that already. The Lil Wayne.
Yeah. Wait, what was it? Was it still
who did you look up to, like, for rapping?
Oh, it's surprising for me to say something like rapping to Lil Wayne low key like set the groundwork, but he's not the only person who really did it for me. Cause I grew up in a neo soul household. I grew up in a household full of like Erykah
Badu,
rest in peace, D'Angelo, Tribe Called Quest. Lauryn Hill, shout out to Lauryn Hill. That's one of my favorite people on the planet. Honestly, it's like, so rapping wasn't always just like the niche. It was like hearing sounds, hearing beats, and hearing people lay words on top of them and think about those meanings. Even at a young age, it's like I was only child, so I grew up around adults, so I was able to age quick. So when I'm listening to a song,
me too, only child. Shout out
to only children.
Oh yeah.
It opens up a door for you to understand what you're listening to. A lot of kids don't understand what they listen to when they're younger. I knew exactly what they was talking about. I knew when this was the song where I probably shouldn't have been hearing it, and I know I was, but I was taking it for like, this is how they felt at this time. This is what they wanted to give to the world at this time. So it's like, and especially with the neo soul, because it was promotion of Black people in a space and time frame where we really needed that the most. And it's an expression. It's a way of expressing what time and frame we were in history, what time and frame we were in mentally, emotionally, physically. And that's one of the most important influences for me for music is always just going to be neo soul beyond rap. Because it's like rap is neo soul. Neo soul is beyond just a genre. It's hip hop in a sense. Yeah. It's like they got two names. Hip hop got hip hop, and they got neo soul, and they go together. You can't have one without the other.
It's like Voltron.
Exactly. You can't have one without the other, because hip hop ain't nothing but like a seed, and it's just planting. When you grow a flower grows, but it also grows on other sides too. Those roots
different
go underground.
Yeah, different roots. I understand. I definitely was about to ask you like that Black Sheep. I
Mm-hmm.
definitely was about to ask you like it kind of did sound like neo soul kind of.
That's all
I was
fiction.
like,
That was all fiction. That was all fiction. Fiction pulled that to me.
okay.
He came with the idea, and he came with the beat, and he told me what he wanted from me,
Mm-hmm.
and it fit to the space that I already created in. So I kind of would say that a lot of my music it leans into a neo soul space, more or less message wise than it does like sound.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just over time. I keep changing, not changing my sound, but finding new avenues to rework what I hear in my head and the sounds I hear in my head and the messages I think on a daily basis. Because that's what I try to embody musically. Is just I want people to have a understanding. Like I want you to listen to my music and you feel like you had a conversation with me, like we just sat down and we just talked. Because that's what I want. I want you to know what I'm thinking about just as much. Because I know you might be thinking about it too. That's always been a space. So when he brought Black Sheep to me, that was perfect. It worked perfect. That's somebody I've been working with from a jump. He's almost on every project I've ever dropped. I'm on almost every project he ever dropped, and it's always a easy fusion as well. It's just like with Bruce. It's like it's easy because he know me well because I started making music with him. So that was perfect.
Okay. Now I'm about to ask you something kind of personal, but I don't know how you gonna take this.
Oh, we fluent, man.
On the dollars and change, your boy Millie.
Yes, sir. Rest in peace, my boy Millie.
How did that change your outcome on this music? And you wanted to go hard for him? How did you feel at that time when you lost your partner?
So when it came to like finding out that Millie passed, that was such a weird time for me in life because I was so lost still. I hadn't even reached the peak. I still haven't reached the peak, but I hope to never reach the peak. Ain't no such thing as a peak. The sky's the limit. But with finding out he passed, it hit different because I knew that boy when he was just like 12, 13, 14. We went to the same school together. I watched that boy play basketball. That man was a dog when it came to the hooping. And it'd be times because he used to stay down the street, not too far from me for real. I'd travel over there just to like chill with him, smoke, talk it up. And he had so much to say, but it's just like life circumstances stop you from doing what you say sometimes. And when I found out he passed, it was just like it would always be a reoccurring thought of like some of the last conversations we would have, and it'd just be me and him. Because when you with a person one-on-one, they talk a little different than when they with a crowd of people. And it'll always be like, I'm trying to make it out of this by doing this and this and this and this. And because it's his personal situation, and that's a personal conversation, I ain't gonna go into details, but he has aspirations. And because he had so many aspirations and so many capacities, and by the time I even found out he had passed away, and I hadn't seen him for a nice amount of time, for real. So life had taken a hold on both our ends, where I was in this space now and he in this space now, and certain things just change. Exactly, and things just change, and you start taking for granted. You can start taking for granted time as it just continues to pass. So when it came to Millie, it was like it put a fire in me in regards to like noticing that every encounter matters. Every person you meet matters to you in some capacity, even if it's a small counter exchange. It matters. It matters so much. And if you see something in somebody and you believe in somebody, you pour into them as much as possible because you never know what they really need from you. And like I can say, all I can say is rest in peace, my boy, man.
Rest in peace, bro.
Always love.
Definitely
always.
Love. All right. Let's see here. I low key on calling. I felt the line after what you said. What's the lyric? After I've been learning more since I've been out of school.
Yeah,
I definitely felt that, bro.
Yeah.
Like school, you learning, but when you hit these streets, bro, you definitely learning. Your learning scale is to the roof, bro. Like
I'm finna get long-winded.
Yeah, bro.
I'm finna get long-winded with this answer because it roots deep. Because Colin was made least 5 years ago.
Mm.
And that's just the process of music. Songs get made a long time ago, but they still hit later on in life as you develop and as you come back to them. And that's why I love the music I make, because I can go back to it. But I definitely have realized that, like, the society we live in, everything is told to us. We don't have no real. We don't live in a society where you are allowed to free think. You can't free think, because there's always something that inspires something else. So with school, that's a box. That's a box. And it's a box that worked for a point of time. I will say that my mom went to school. She got the degree. She got the good job. But still, life is life. You can lose your job in a second. You got to figure it out on the fly. That degree you had right here, you might not even have a degree. You might not work a job that you got a degree in. You got loans. You got bills. You got real life. Those things will hit you. And school don't prepare you for that. At all. School don't prepare you for that. Your moms can't prepare you for that, because everybody's life's so different. So when I say something like school, I learned more when I left school. I did, because that's when life hit you. Life hit you when you disappoint your parents. Life hit you when you gotta figure it out on the fly, when you sitting in a room, 4 walls trapped in, and you like, what we finna do? And it hit you when you gotta start letting go of the idealism of, like, I'm doing this for my parents. No, I'm doing it for me. And what does doing it for me look like? Doing it for me is what makes me happy. What are my most happiest moments? My most happiest moments have always been attached to music. I'm happy with music. So then we lock in harder with music. Because at the time, when I left school, my homie that Fiction I was making music with, he was still down there. So it was a space. It was a gap for me in music. I took like a whole year with no making music. Again?
What school?
I went to Philander Smith. Okay. Little Rock, Arkansas. Shout out to that HBCU. Shout out all HBCUs.
Clark Atlanta. What happened, baby?
Yes, and it was just a gap moment for real. And I feel like that was one of the lowest moments I probably had in life. But I appreciate it so much. There's no regrets in nothing I've done in life at all. There's just forgiveness and growth. That was just the lowest moment, because it was so like, what do I do now? Where am I at now? I can still remember when I had to call my mama and tell her I can't go back to school. I can remember that. And it wasn't like my mama was upset. She just was like, okay. And the okay held a lot of weight. Like when people say silence speaks too, that okay spoke. Where it's like, all right, now what's next? To this day, sometimes she still bring up school, and I always tell her, like, it's not that I don't like the idea of going to school for the safety net. I don't like the idea of going to school because that's walking down a path of getting boxed in. That's walking down a path of losing your creativity, because honestly, we live in a world where you're supposed to be a creative. Things are supposed to be free on this earth. You can't even have trees that grow fruit. And they'll tell you that it's because it'll land on the ground and then create dirt. But in reality, they just need a way to profit off of everything. So when I say going to school don't really do it for me, it's because what am I going to learn in school that I can't learn from picking up a book that's in the library? Why I can't figure these things out? We have so much access to technology. You don't got to put yourself in debt to learn what you want to do in life. If you really want to know, there's so much access, bro. These people will take your money and look at you stupid when they tell you can't work here because the economy won't allow it. You worked your ass off, you studied your ass off, and you ain't get the economy control whether you get a job or not. That degree don't mean much for real. It's a piece of paper. They gonna still look at you, especially when you like this. They still gonna look at you a certain kind of way. Don't care how many years you put in. You still gonna get pushed into certain spaces and avenues. You still never gonna get what you really deserve. How much hard-earned work you put in, but you still gotta pay them loans. Bye. Yeah, Wesley snipe your ass before 25, 35, 45. I promise you that. Get your ass, bro. You got to stay in a space where you're able to think for yourself in a world where they try to stop you from doing it. And that's where that line lands straight always. Because it's definitely like, don't let them put you in no box. Don't let them put you in no box. You bigger than the box. You are the box. They inside. They need to get in you. Box. You don't need to get in them. They need to get in you.
Right. You creating the box.
Exactly. Brick by brick, man. And my foundation real strong.
For real. Okay. Let me see. All right. Do you like samples or do you like original beats?
it I don't have a preference. It just depends on the sounds. As of lately, I've been realizing like you learn preferences of music through sounds, instruments. It don't always be what somebody's saying. Sometimes you'll like a beat off. You'll like the beat before the words start. You hicking in. The words are just tied together because the beat and the words, that's a unison effect to make a song. So when you hear a beat, the instruments used, I like trumpets, I like bass. I don't want to hear plug-in drums. I want a bass guitar to be the drum pattern for me. If it's a sample, I want it to lean heavily into a blacker space. I commend the fact that everybody is talented, don't get me wrong, but I very much so lean into, like I said before, the neo soul space, and that can't be recreated other than from a black person. So when it's a sample or something like that, and especially because it's so much rules to the sampling, I'd rather have somebody come in here and sing the same part over and over again before I lean into a sample. But you don't have no control over that sometimes when you find something on YouTube or you lock in with a producer and he made something cold. You're not gonna ask them, hey, where you get this sample from? Right. You just say, I'm trying to buy this and rap, bro. Right. So it's like I don't have a lot of control to say I like or don't like something. I just hear it, and then it's like, oh, okay, this is
back to the feeling. Mm-hmm. How you feel.
It's all a feeling for me, man. It don't be no planned out blueprint process, because I feel like that's going into the box. Mm-hmm. I don't want to process. I just want to feel. Mm-hmm. I just want to feel.
Okay. Got you. Let's see here. Yeah. I definitely like the South Side song too. You know, born and raised on the South Side. Really over East.
South Side.
Really over East, but you know,
it's all unison. We all in one.
Yeah. But yeah, just tell me how you came up with that.
The inspiration from the song is cool as fuck to me because it lines up. Mm-hmm. So Shape Studio, shout out Shape Studio, they had a festival this summer and it was called Shapes Fest. I popped out. They had a lot of nice lineups, a lot of great dope artists came and performed, a lot of great people showed up for them, and Mick Jenkins showed up. Excuse me. And he performed a few set songs, and one of the songs he performed was Truffles. And I don't know, I love that song. I like how he flowed through it. I like how it was mixed. I like the beat selection. Mm-hmm. And one day I was just shuffling through like YouTube beats like I normally do, because that's my process. I'll find a YouTube beat. I'll go in their bio, follow, subscribe to them. Because when you find a beat, please support the person who made it. Support the people who do the work, man.
Yeah.
It's important to them just as much as it's important for you to listen to my song. It's important just as much as you watching this video. Support. Show real love to people. We trying out here. It's hard out here for you. It's hard out here for us. If you like something, show love to it. But that song, Truffles, it stuck with me. I listened to it so much. It was like, yeah, man, I like this. And one day I just found the beat and I was like, I like this. And actually, it's funny. The person who made the beat for Southside is the same person who made one of, I think the first project Mick Jenkins dropped this year. They the same it's the same producer. His name Docent. Shout out Docent. And it was just a smooth ride. It was a Mick Jenkins type beat too. So I was like, oh, this is with Southside. It was just a matter of finding the words and what I really wanted to just say. And like I told you already, it's gonna constantly be a reoccurring thing with me. It's a feeling of what's going on around me and in the time frame that I haven't made music in. Like whenever the last song was made versus when Southside was made, there was a space and time. And whatever was happening in that space of time is what creates the music for me. So when I was thinking the Southside, I was thinking about just like when me and Bruce be riding around the city and we play a lot of our songs that we got together, and it's like riding around town listening to our music. Right now, 79th, I live right down the street from 79th.
Stony Island, baby.
Man, or things that I grew up with. Like, I grew up knowing that like a fishbowl is a car that you can see through. Where your tent's at, you supposed to have tents when you riding in the city. Like those are things that I grew up knowing just from being raised in Chicago. So it's like the song became about Chicago. And then the verses, me with verses is so interesting because it's like I love the fact that when I rap, the only person who be knowing what I'm talking about is me. And it's like everything else be up to interpretation.
You your best and your worst fit.
Yeah, so it's like I love that the verses of Southside are so aggressive, because that's what Chicago gives. Our accents give aggression, but it's not
that bull.
It's not aggression in a negative connotation. You really just gotta, my favorite saying again, know my heart. Because that's what Chicago is, to know our hearts. It's to know that we're passionate. It's not aggression, it's passion. It's passion, it's pain, it's love, it's frustration, it's understanding, it's caring. That's what Chicago is. We're a big city of passionate people who care about the things we care about. We care about our city the most. So when I choose to speak about the city, yeah, I'm gonna come with a lot of aggression. Niggas fishbowl trying to see, like, no, you ain't trying to see, no, you can't ride in this lane. Stay over there. Like, that's the type, and then you incorporate slang from our city. So that's a song for the city. I made Southside for Chicago. I didn't make it on purpose for Chicago, but that's what was living on my heart when the lyrics came to mind. That's what was on my mind. That's where that's a part of the journey. Yeah, that's all a part of the journey. You can't fall from grace. You can't fall from grace in the way that I was speaking towards it, which is like stepping off a pedestal. I don't want to be up here. No matter how successful I get, I don't never want to live above others, because that's what society live. We live in societies where it's like rich versus poor. You can't have one without the other. I want to stay on the average playing field, man. I could have 1 million people know me. I'm still a regular guy. I said that in a song I recently just made. I'm still a normal guy. I still have aspirations just like you. I still got dreams just like you. I might have more attention. I might have more money than another person based off success, but that don't mean that don't come with problems. Maybe our problems different, but they still problems. They still problems. Ain't nobody better than the next. If rather I got $1 million in the bank or zero, it's still a problem somewhere that got to be solved. Life ain't nothing but problems. Remember that life is nothing but problems. It's about how you solve them. You find your happiness in solving your problems. When you solve one, that problem shouldn't come. It might come up again, but now you know how to solve it again. You know how to solve it faster than the last time. Find your happiness in solving your problems, because it's always going to be one. If you live in a life when you ain't got no problems, then you dead. Because life ain't nothing but problems. And that's not in the apathetic way or empathetic way. That's just real life. It's always going to be something that you got to do. It's always going to be something you don't want to do that you got to do. It's always going to be somebody who need a ride, who need a loan, who need a hand, who need to vent, who need to talk. It's always going to be a lost job. It's always going to be a new job. It's always going to be racial discrimination. It's always going to be something. Find your joy in solving your problems. Know how to separate a problem from a solution. It's important.
Okay. Couple more questions. Tell us something about you that nobody else knows, like a hobby, anything. It could be just anything.
I wouldn't say nobody else knows this, but I don't think the masses know this. And I make reference towards it in a lot of songs. And that's one thing I've been thinking about when I make the reference towards it. I don't want it to be misconstrued too much. Anytime I've ever spoken on taking medication in a song, I have epilepsy. Diagnosed epilepsy. I take pills at 5 and 5. So if you ever hear a message of me saying medicated or taking medication, I am an epileptic. I shout out the epileptic community. We are epileptic supporters out here. And that's one thing I could say people don't know about me at all. Okay. Not a lot of people know that unless you like right-hand man.
Okay.
And I have that's another thing about me as well. Is like I don't see the down. I try not to see too much of a down and shit. I see the opportunity in things like, okay, you give me epilepsy. Okay, cool. What I'm gonna do with that? How I'm gonna transform that into something better? It's a problem and solution. It's a problem and solution.
Okay. One more question. What tell what I'm trying to say here. Basically, what do you give people? What's the lesson to give people, like when they starting up in music or just following their dreams? Period.
Embodiment, authenticity, patience, growth, love. And those are just words, but they mean so much when you really live in them. You have to live in those words that I just spoke. Like, they can't be things that you just saying. Cause I do understand affirmations and stuff like that. But if you could say something in the mirror 1,000 times, but you ain't walking if you ain't talking, and you ain't talking if you ain't walking. So you could do all of that, but if you ain't taking them steps, then what you talking for? Stop talking. Go do it. Go do something about it. Because that's all that matters at the end of the day, is going to do something about it. If you want to do some music, just do it. Just do it. Rather, you got to go get some wireless headphones or some cord headphones, pull up BandLab on the phone and rap until you can send it to a producer and he mix it and make it good. And within them processes, don't get stuck in one spot. It's always room to grow. I say that in the music all the time. This is a growth process for me. I do music to grow in any capacity. Rather, I learn how to count bars over time. Rather, I taught myself how to rap over time. Rather, I learn new flows, new beat patterns, and new ways to just curate. Even I learned how to record myself. All just me. Because that's growth. Don't never get stuck in one spot. And if you doing this, care about it. Take care of it. Hip-hop is not something to mishandle. Music is not something to mishandle. This is something that'll be passed down forever. History is a timestamp. I said history, I meant music. Music is a timestamp, truly. Music is nothing but you telling what's going on in the world around you at this time. I don't want to say that, but don't be like them others, the people who are scared of the sun. Don't be scared of the sun, man. Shine in your light. Shed your light. Tell what's going on in this world. Find a nice, cool way that makes you happy to do it, and do it. Because somebody listening. I kid you not. You'll put a song on YouTube, somebody gonna listen. Put a song out, Apple Music, on SoundCloud, somebody gonna listen. Make them listen. Give them a reason to.
Okay. All right. This is part of the video where, this is our segment, Top 5. So the segment of the day is, what's your 5 albums that's like no skips?
I just answered this. On Twitter. Okay, cool. Top 5s right now or all time?
This is all time.
That's hard. All time. Off the top of the dome. Untitled, Unmastered, To Pimp a Butterfly. I want to say this before I say this. You can be a fan of Kendrick and Drake. It's music, nigga. It's fucking music. Stop being so goofy. That shit lame, bro. You can be a fan of one thing and the other.
It's hip hop. They just battled.
What's the name of that track? What's the name of that album by Drake? Nothing Was the Same. Nothing Was the Same was one of my favorite projects from Drake. If I don't care about that argument of Drake having a classic or not. Take Care is definitely a classic, but Nothing Was the Same as one just as well. That's a stamp right there. That's 3.
Yeah, that was 3.
That's 3. Cause To Pimp a Butterfly, Untitled, Unmastered. Then the Drake joint. Give me just a second, cause I really want to answer it. The Miseducation of Lauryn Hill. The Miseducation of Lauryn Hill, and I say that I want to give an explanation to that. That young lady put everything she had into this industry, and they gave her nothing back in return. And she responded by never giving them nothing else again. Take note of that. Don't ever give nobody nothing that you ain't equivalent in exchange. Don't do nothing for nobody and they ain't doing nothing for you. And I know that sounds selfish, but that's reality. It don't always got to be like he gave me a penny, so I got to give him a nickel. Sometimes you could just give a penny and you can give another person a loaf of bread, like some eggs. It can be exchanged. That's the world we were supposed to live in, where you exchanging things. Currency shouldn't have never mattered. It's always been supposed to be like, hey, I know how to build a fence. I could build your fence if you retile my roof. I could mow your grass if you rake my leaves. That's how life was supposed to be. You trade. So that shout out to Miss Lauryn Hill. And the last one had to be, I really want to shed light to a project that just like recently this year stepped into my life and like made me have a great appreciation for how music changes. And that'll be Drive Home by Portraits of Tracy. And I say Drive Home by Portraits of Tracy for so many different reasons, because not only is that a black human being, that is a transgender proud woman who found a way to create music while living in both spaces, using multiple voices, leaning into confidence, unwavering, and reaped what she sowed. And that project, when I first heard it, was so beautiful. Like, it's a movie. That's a movie. I wouldn't have been able to make Fall from Grace if I didn't hear Drive Home by Portia Tracy, because it showed me how you can turn a project, rather short or lengthy, into a scene. You can see it. Someone can visualize everything you saying in each setting that you create. So shout out Portia Tracy. I also wound up finding your YouTube. If you ever see this, I found your YouTube and rapped on one of your beats like last November. So like a year from now, and it was dope as fuck. And I want to hit you up and see if I can get that, because that's cool.
Hit them up. Bro, like, man, I rock with your list heavy, but, man, I kind of, I'm a little ignorant, man. I like that ignorant music, man. For real, like that Purple, like Future Purple Rain,
classic. Classic Future is
then,
a staple in the community. He changed music for sure.
Real, then my pops put me on the Gucci Man, Mr. Zone 6. Mr. Zone 6. That's the mixtape, bro. Lil Wayne, of course, No Ceilings.
No Ceilings is a classic as well.
Boy,
the
Carter piped up.
The Carter 3 was amazing.
Yeah,
Carter 3 was amazing.
We was talking off camera about Finally Rich, but my favorite Chief Keef album or mixtape is Bang Part 2.
Bang was. I remember. Was that the one with Yes on there?
Yes, bro.
Bro.
Yes.
High school would not have been high school if it wasn't for that project, bro.
Bang Part 2.
I can remember skipping school. I used to be the baddest kid, bro. I used to skip school. I to this day, junior and senior year is always my funniest times, bro. I used to go to school, 9 o'clock, skip school, go back to school, skip school again, come back to school for basketball practice. We'd be riding all through the city. I know where to go, listening to Yes, bro. So Bang 2 was one of them ones, for sure.
And then my last is Project Pat, Mr. Don't Play.
Man, Project Pat, a nigga that's down for his crown, man. If your ass step, I'ma be downtown, man. Full flow down, man. That's if I get caught, man. Push me to the edge, so it really ain't my motherfucking fault.
Man. But yeah, that's my top 5, and this been top 5. The segment. Hey, man, this is Underground Hours. We'll holler at you next week. Peace.